Hello everyone and welcome to Creativity Unleashed. In today's video we are going to be showing you how to make these cast concrete steps. I'm using black pigment, which I think adds a lot of class and style. They still could be sanded or scrubbed up a little bit, or we could expose the aggregate to bring out the stones. But I like the just simple plain look for right now. Maybe later on I might polish them. But let's get into the build process and show you how to cast these steps. Then my favorite part is that these are costing me around $4 each, and so I think that worked out really well. So my mold dimension is 11 inches wide by 1 inch thick and 4 feet long. I had a piece of 1/16 inch mild steel bent up to make the mold, and I had them leave about a 5-degree angle on each side so that it would demold more easily. And as you can see, it comes out of the mold quite well, and they have quite a nice look. They do have some really small air bubbles still in them. Probably more vibrating might work better, or adding a little bit more fine aggregate can help avoid the small bubbles, I believe, but I don't really mind. I think they would probably add a little grip. So here we're adding in 8 pounds of Portland cement and a pound of black cement dye. And we're also adding in 12.5 pounds of pea gravel. And since the mold is only 1 inch thick, I couldn't use really big aggregate, or it could have had some issues there all fitting in the mold correctly. So I added 5 pounds of fine sand, and that seemed to help with the small air holes, but it didn't fully correct it, but it did seem to help. So I put a little caulk on where it's welded so that it makes a smoother finish when it demolds, and then we're coating it in a light coat of motor oil. You could of course use commercial mold release agent, but we have a lot of motor oil laying around and that tends to work well. Also adding 17.5 pounds of coarse sand, and this is like your black sand, which actually is a bit stronger than yellow sand. Adding in the Portland cement and dye. As well as a handful of polyethylene fiber. And really the fiber reinforcement helps avoid micro cracking in the cement and adds maybe a little bit of strength. We're also adding plasticizer. This helps reduce the amount of water necessary to make the cement, and in turn will make your concrete stronger. I always use rainwater because it tends to make for a stronger mix than using like well water or some of that. But that's what I've found in my experiments over the years. So I'm using a Milwaukee hammer drill with a mixing attachment on it, and those work really well, especially for these smaller batches like this. The mold volume, to figure out how much I needed for this size of mold, I just gave AI the dimensions of the mold and basically the kind of mix I was looking to do, and it gave me a very close mix ratio of the quantities. That was about 3-4 pounds more than I needed, so then I adjusted it slightly from there, and that worked out really well. So if you're doing a similar project, that can be helpful and save some time. So here we're just spreading out the mix, and I always try to overlap when I put down the mix on top of the other mix, and I think that helps tie the fibers together better, but it might not make that much of a difference, but it's something I always try to do. So we're only filling it halfway up, and then we're getting it ready to vibrate it, so that will embed the metal support. It would, if you're going to be doing something where it needs to be even stronger, in my application I have metal tubing underneath it supporting it. You may want to use the thin like 1/4 inch rebars and make a stronger structure for it. Then with a block of wood and your hammer drill, switch to the hammering mode. You can vibrate the concrete quite well. I of course have a vibrating motor, but to set that up and have a table and all for just vibrating smaller things like this, I find it's just as convenient to grab the hammer drill, and it seems to do a decent job. So now I'm embedding the expanded steel mesh. This is just leftover scrap from other projects. I'm overlapping it, but that's definitely probably going to have a weak point there. But in my application, I didn't care too much, like I said, because it was going to be supported by the metal tubing underneath. But if you need it to be stronger, you can definitely use other means. So you may be wondering why I don't vibrate it again, and the main reason is because the metal can either lift up out of the mix or it could sink to the bottom. You're never quite sure depending the tension it might have on it. And so in my particular situation, I find it's better just not to do it, but you can do what works out best for you. So when I first started, I was trying to take them out of the mold after 24 hours, but I found pretty frequently they would crack when doing that. So I increased it to about 48 hours, and that did all right. Occasionally it did still crack, so I would recommend 3, 4, even 5 days would be best. And of course you want to cover them in plastic and add water for the next quite a few days to ensure that they cure well. For installing the steps, you could use like a urethane and polyurethane caulk, or in our case, we're just using Bondo since it's a lot cheaper and is supposed to bond to metal really well, and it bonds really well to the porous cement. And so that makes up for any imperfections and ensures that the step is adhered to the metal really well. But of course, there's a lot of different products on the market that could do this, but since they do weigh about 45 pounds each step, I'm not too worried about them moving. So I hope you all enjoyed the build process. I thought it was a lot of fun, and if you have any thoughts or ideas to improve them even more, leave them down in the comments below. Love to hear what you think, and if you try it out yourself, let me know how it goes. I'm really happy with the result, and it was a very economical set of stairs that I think should last many, many years. You all have a great one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more content like this and not miss out on all the fun projects.